My dad was born March 10th, 1929, and my mom was born June 27th, 1933. My dad, Raymond Schmidt, was in the Marine Corps for 6 years, and he proudly wore a couple of tattoos on his arm to show that. And my mom, you know, was with him during this journey, and he loved being in the military. He enjoyed it. Well, he served during the Korean War, and he didn't talk a lot about it. I guess a lot of people didn't in those days. After service, he was back to New York in Astoria, and he actually played a lot of baseball. And one of my uncles told me a story that they would go all the time and watch him play his games. They had him 3, sometimes 4 times a week then. And they said, you know, up to bat, Raymond Schmidt. And everybody would step back because he liked hitting it out of the park. So I loved hearing that. And him and my mom got married, and over the span of 14 to 15 years, they had 9 children and 2 miscarriages. So needless to say, he couldn't continue playing ball all the time. He had to go out and get a job. So he started with, you know, various jobs. He was an only child growing up, so his uncles kind of took him under their wing and helped him, you know, getting various jobs. But my dad's main job was he was a custodian in a local elementary school for many years. And all the teachers and students, I remember always bringing him in gifts for Christmas and his birthday and stuff. As a kid, we lived close by to Shea Stadium, but we were more of Yankee fans. So we would, you know, take the train and go to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and baseball was always on at my house. It was fun, and my mom, Marion, she was, I mean, to raise 9 kids and to do it a lot by herself in those days. My dad was always at work or out, you know, out with his friends, and my mom never complained and raised all nine of us. And I have 3 with a wonderful husband, and it's still hard for me. So she was an amazing woman, and my dad passed, and then my mom came out to California and retired. And it was wonderful. Her last 21 years have been out here, and she was with all her grandchildren, all her children. My mom was amazing. She volunteered in many places, and that's why when she passed last year, it took a heavy toll on all of us. And it's been a year, and even talking about her, it's hard. But if she was here, she'd say, Gloria, just, you know, stop. And, you know, and my mom told my daughter, my youngest daughter, Julia, I'm 84, I lived a wonderful life. Be happy for me, celebrate me. And that's my mom. So I'm here, and I want to celebrate her along with my dad. The Monday before she passed, said, Mom, if we're able to bring Daddy out here, can we bury you out here in Riverside National Cemetery? And she thought about it, and then turned her head and looked at me and said, yes. I said, are you sure, Ma? I want to do what you want. And she said, yes, I want to be buried in California with your dad. And we found out about how we could do the unification with the spouse. When she was ready for her service, we put my dad's ashes, the urn, in with my mom. And we laid him right next to her in the casket. And it was a beautiful feeling knowing my mom and dad were together again. And it was just so amazing to me how Calverton National Cemetery worked with Riverside National Cemetery to make this happen. With everything going on, we weren't thinking clearly, but they made it easy. Do this, this, and this, and we did it, and it all worked. It all worked. You can't pay to be buried here. You have to earn the right to be buried here. And my mother and father earned that right. And I'm so happy they're here.